right, today we're gonna do a fish room tour. It's been a couple months. Let's go check it out. And we're gonna start first with a brand new discus. One of my discus that I bought actually had too much peppering. So I found this guy here, and he's gonna take its place. So I'm trying to bring some new genetics into that red cover. Replacement for the peppered one, which I'll show you. And then we're gonna move to the simless tank. So these guys, I'm not sure if they bred yet. I haven't seen any fry. They're sure acting like they're shaking and shivering a lot, so I think they're getting close. My stir-bys, my F1s, there's one right there. And they have spawned, and I've gotten like 40 fry from them. So there's about 40 of them in there. There's one in the back. So that's the first generation, so there's two generations. There's like 15 of the first, and then probably about 20, 25 of the second. Here are my wilds. They are actually in quarantine right now. And so I put them in some pretty soft water, but they're looking good. They're eating great, and they're eating everything. They're eating pellets, they're eating flake food, they're eating all the frozen foods, but they're also eating their medicated medicine, so this is awesome. So they look really good. They're opened up. They look healthy. See here, I've actually built the first part of this rack. It's gonna go 2 tiers. So these are 29 breeders for the discus, and then they're gonna go up one more. I just ran out of time. Plus I have to build it in here because it's so big that it gets hot in here. It's about 80. Right now it's 81 degrees. The reason why I'm starting to build it, these guys are starting to pair off. So you see those two in the back there? They actually are starting to pick at that cone a little bit. So I gotta get some breeder tanks ready. Everybody's really healthy, and I saw 2 pairs pairing up yesterday. So we gotta get those breeder tanks ready. They're gonna be ready to go real soon here. The red ones, the red stripes are my strain that I'm working on. And then the other one right there is a wild cross Heckle. And then I got a blue in there. And then there's this other striped one in here that came from another breeder. So I'm going to be crossing all these up, trying to make them a little hardier discus. They are doing really well though. They're eating well, and they eat everything. If I throw it in the tank, they'll eat it. They are actually just over a year. They're about 13 to 14 months between them all, I would guess. And I'm not sure the age of the ones I bought, but I know the ones that I've grown from fry are probably around 14 months. So they are ready. This guy right here he's been just going to town in this tank. He's ready to breed. He kind of runs a show here. And there's one of those Heckle crosses. This guy came in, he is actually one I bought from Max Discus. So a nice discus there. And then where's the other one? Oh, this blue guy right here. So this is another Max. He'll start coloring up a little bit more blue. He's still probably a little young, but good size, good finish and everything. And I'm gonna work on the wilds. I think the wilds I'm gonna go with crossing with this Blueface red. So this is a Heckle cross. That's a Heckle cross Blueface with a Mystic red. So pellets. It's important you feed your discus pellets, and they eat these pellets, because you can't always have time to go and prepare food, frozen foods and all that stuff. Plus I think it gives a varied diet. Now live foods are optimal, but also a little bit more risky as far as bringing in diseases and parasites. So these guys are all looking good, all eating. So that's kind of what I look at, is how they eat off the bottom there. I want to see them all drop down. This guy's pretty stunning. So this is actually a female. She's laid eggs. I'm scrambling to find her a male because I really don't want to cross her with anything in this tank. So I'm kind of looking, but she's kind of solo. So she's just laying eggs, and then the other fish are eating them. She's amazing though. Perfect shape. And that blue face is incredible. So I'd love to find another blue faced. Now I have placed an order for some Heckles. It's always been one of my goals to breed Heckle discus. Something I'm going to try, but if I can bring in a blue face and cross it with her, that would be awesome, because she has Heckle in her too. And this guy's growing like a weed right here, so he eats really well. So this blue guy, I like him, but I'm not sure if I want to breed that, so we'll see. But this other one's got red coming in, which I like a lot. And this is one of those strays I found from my rip. 12 spawns. wouldn't take care of them, and this guy pulled out an actually artificial raise one time by accident. He was actually hanging behind a sponge filter, eating off the sponge filter, so he made it. I am not very happy with. I love the red, but you can see that peppering. I will not breed that fish. That fish will not be bred. Even though the red, I could probably work with that, but the peppering is going into the red part too, so it's not just the yellow part. Fortunately, that one will not be bred. I will sell that fish. See here, my Synodontis petricola. They should be ready to breed any day now. So you see, that's a female right there. I think I have 5 females and 1 male, so I think he's a little overwhelmed. So this is the cone they go in to breed, and then it's got a net with marbles on the bottom. Pull these eggs here. So you see that male? He's kind of taking care of those eggs. So I think that I'm just going to let him try it one more time, and then if I can get him to 6 or 7 days, then I'll probably pull him. There's the female, and there's the male, and then their eggs. So he's really taking care of them, so we'll see. I don't know. All right, so these are the Gary Lang Bozemanii, Lake Antijo, and that male's pretty fired up. He stays fired up pretty much all day long now, but at night he really gets solid black. So those are, and the females are pretty impressive themselves. I mean, they're no slouches as far as female rainbow fish, so I'm pretty happy with them. And they actually get a little orange on their rear and that black bunch, and then they're kind of green, which is really cool. But you see him, he's not even fired up right now. These are the fry from the Gary Lang, Lake Antijo Bozemanii. I just did a water change, so it's a little cloudy. These guys, so there's probably about 30 or 40 in there. I'm not sure, I haven't really counted them. But this is kind of my catch-all tank. So you see the albino crebensis in there. There is sailfin mollies. There's guppies. There's the dwarf platy. Now you see some of these albino crebensis. Pretty cool. Alright, so fish rooms change and evolve over time. If you want to see how this fish room has changed just in the last 2 months, take a look at this video here.